Alright, here is the video review for the Walmart exclusive. I think it's a Walmart exclusive. It's at Walmart. Cartoon Deco reissue G1 Hound. Hey. We did that already. No, you had your turn. We already did that. Anyway, here's Hound. He is... I vaguely remember playing with a friend of mine's growing up and the windshield had been broken on it a long time ago. And I don't think I don't recall ever owning him, because there's a lot of things about this that I'm like, I don't remember this at all. Because like I said, I don't think I ever owned a Hound. I think I messed with one maybe once, because I always remember wondering how exactly the head worked. I knew it had some stuff. But anyway, he's a fantastically fun figure. He's a lot smaller than I remember. Granted, the last time I really handled one, I was 7 or 8. So, I mean, like, I'm a much larger person now. But also, just, and I'm pretty sure I didn't have all the pieces when I messed with it. But he's got a lot of cool stuff. The Toon Deco is really nice on this. It looks fantastic. It's just very wee. And there's some stuff in here that I am kind of surprised was in a G1 Transformer. It's got Automorph. It's got some cool... it's just got some neat little bits. It's really kind of neat. Anyway, so here he is in Jeep mode. Rubber wheels. Here on the reissue. Rolls quite nicely. Got a little extra wheel on the back. Gas can. Rotating gun that can point up and down. Rotate on the pivot. But yeah. Nice little green Jeep. Even says trademark Jeep grill stuff on the packaging. And yeah, very cool. Transformer, we're going to take off these two accessories. The gas can, you can just kind of rotate and leave it on his toe if you want. You don't have to fully pop it off. It's entirely up to you, though. I leave it on just because it's fewer pieces to set aside and potentially lose. So we'll set those off to the side. And to transform him, first off you extend it. Extend the whole back of the car from the body. Flip up we'll flip the feet down, and then fold the seats up and into the leg. And this kind of, the smaller part of the seat, the front part of the seat, kind of folds up and locks the heel in place there underneath this gray piece here. Stand him up, there are his feet, and then these pieces, I don't remember these pieces, but they rotate around. Kind of cool. And then up here, you fold the hood of the Jeep down, and you can see it auto pops his head up. It's just kind of loosely, if you turn him upside down in Jeep mode, his head pops out, because it's just kind of gravity. But when you fold him down like this, it pops his head up out of the top of the Jeep. That's kind of cool. So like I said, a little bit of automorph there. You fold this down here, and I had been struggling to pull the wheels out, to fold his arm, or pull the arms out while pulling the wheels down. But the wheels, if you look, are molded in such a way. You've got this little sliding thing. So when you take the wheels and push them around to the back of the Jeep, it also automorphs the arm out to the side. I was trying to pull these out, and the arm actually automatically does it. That's really cool. And again, on a G1 figure, on a very early G1 figure, you've got these cool little mechanisms. And I don't think that's something they added for the reissue. I'm pretty sure this is straight up redone Hound, or reissue Hound. So, like, that's really neat. And again, so there he is. And then he's got, instead of the wheel and the rotating machine gun, he's got his rifle, which goes in his hand. He's got kind of short, stubby arms, but again, it works. He's like a nicely proportioned little G1 robot. He's got a decent amount of heft because he's got these die-cast feet back here. It's a pretty nice representation of Hound as seen on the cartoon. Granted, a toy version, but like much more accurate from toy to screen than a lot of G1 Transformers were. Thinking like Ironhide and things like that. But yeah, really nice. And then this little extended part of the arm is hollow, and you can take this launcher here and clip it on like that, and he's got his little shoulder cannon. Look at that. That's a really nice little Hound. I mean, this is a great toy. I wish I'd had this growing up, because this is a fantastic Transformer. Even now, and especially in light of what I remember a lot of G1 toys being like. A lot of them are fun, but that's a That's a satisfying Hound. The launcher, like it has the little release button up here, and it's not really working right now. And I can't tell if there's supposed to be a spring launcher in there. Like this goes in, and it actually has non super extended missiles. That's actually kind of nice because a lot of reissues back in the day would make the missiles ridiculously large because of choking hazards. And I don't know if they remove the spring gimmick and therefore it's less likely to choke, or if my spring gimmick isn't functional. Either way, I'm okay with it because I'm not really going to launch the spring anyway. Now, when you first push it in, it can be a little wibbly, but I found that if you take it and you just kind of push it back, it'll kind of catch on something, and then it will it won't wiggle. But actually, maybe there is a spring in there now that I'm thinking about. There we go. And it kind of locks in place and stays there. And that's fine. That's all I need. I don't need it to launch the missile. If it is defective, not going to complain because it's exactly the way I like it, and I don't have to do anything to it. But yeah, fantastic. But like I said, small. Here he is with his masterpiece counterpart, who towers over him. But again, another nice rendition of Hound, but if you recall, a lot of them broke. I'm still a little scared to transform him because I did have one that broke. I had to get a replacement because there was a piece that snapped on mine right out of the box. So he's in robot mode. One day I may turn him back into a Jeep. But this one I will play with all the time. He's fantastic. I may even order a second one just to hang on to. So I've got one forever. But yeah. But again, like I was saying, mostly cartoony accurate Hound over here. G1 toy over here. Still a decent representation of what we saw in the cartoon back when we were kids. Granted, the original toy was a much darker green and stuff, but yeah. Again, to show off his size, here he is with the buzzworthy Origins Bumblebee. And you can see, like, even with his missile launcher, the tip of his missile launcher, of this piece, the highest part on Hound, is only slightly higher than Bumblebee's head. Everything else is, and that's with this missile launcher. Hound comes up to about Bumblebee's neck. So, again, much smaller than I remembered, but still super satisfied with him. Absolutely worth it. And then just for fun, here he is with Rumble. And that may be closer to a decent scale. I don't know. Anyway, there is the Walmart. I keep saying Walmart, and I'm not 100% sure that these are exclusive to Walmart. It's the only place I've seen them. Him and Starscream. There's a Thundercracker coming. I haven't gotten the Starscream yet because I've had several Starscreams. I actually still have the most recent reissue of Starscream, so I don't know if I want to get the... I do love the colors on it. I've seen it. It looks great. And Thundercracker's coming, which makes me think that Skywarp is coming, which means having all the 3 G1 Seekers again might be worth it, but we'll see. But anyway, here's the packaging. Because I want to show it. It says Transformers the movie. And much like the other toy that showed up this week, Snarl, also comes with Transformers the movie logo because he's part of the studio series. And I just think that's funny because both of these guys, if you recall, were just absolute. They just stole every scene they were in Transformers the movie. And I can't believe it took them this long to get these out to us. Anyway. But yeah, Autobot Scout, Autobot Hound transforms in 4 steps. Actually, it's not much more than that, but I mean, it's more than 4 steps. Tech bio. So yeah, it's packaged, and there's the Jeep thing I was telling you about. Packaged in Transformers the movie logo packaging. I think he was in maybe 2.5 seconds of... I think he had maybe an extra half second of screen time than Snarl did in the movie. But anyway. Not going to complain. Happy to finally own a Hound. 2, happy that it's so fantastically presented, and even with his tininess works in his favor for me. Like this is, I just love picking him up. I want to, if it weren't for the fact that I know that windshield can be a fragile point, I would just be carrying around him in my hand or in my pocket all day, because he's just fantastic. He's perfect. Get him if you can. Autobot Scout, Autobot Hound, G1 reissue in the cartoon colors.